What's going on, Packers fans? Aaron Nagler here with your post-game gut reactions after a nightmare game for the Green Bay Packers in Denver. The Packers losing 34-26, yet losing so much more with multiple devastating injuries to key players on both sides of the ball, starting with Zach Tom and then Christian Watson, and then the big headline of the night, Micah Parsons, which NFL Network reports has suffered an ACL injury. Doesn't look great for a lot of it, and that doesn't even include Evan Williams, who also dealt with a knee injury, Quay Walker, who suffered an injury but also came back. Just a litany, a laundry list of injury issues for the Packers coming out of this game, and I understand. I completely get it. I saw nothing but like a cascade of season's over comments, tweets, whatever, which I completely understand. But to paraphrase my co-founder and good friend Corey Banke, some of my greatest joy in life, some of the greatest moments I've had as a fan of this football team have come from moments where everyone counted them out and thought it was over, it was done, they had no chance, they have no shot, and yet they did it. Now, whatever it ends up being, I don't know, and I don't really care. All I know is I ain't done with this season. You may be, and I understand it. I get it. But the Packers now have to regroup on a short week and go to Chicago and kick the Bears' ass. That's job number one. I like that job. I'm here to watch them do that job, and they can do that job. Anything after that, we'll get to that, right? The Packers season will continue to play out, and they have 3 more games remaining. Let's see what they do with the next one against Chicago. That's where I'm at. Your mileage may vary. I totally understand it. It's a very frustrating day to be a Green Bay Packers fan, no doubt. Especially when you look at the game that was completely in hand. Packers were up in control, and then the deep shot interception to Christian Watson. Watson goes down on that play. Obviously, the entire game changed at that moment. The Packers robbed of their offensive playmaker and essentially their offensive spark since coming back. Denver taking control, walking down the field, scoring a touchdown. The Packers dropping 3 interceptions on the afternoon. The last one, Cooper probably had a shot, but you don't kill him for it because they actually get better field position if he doesn't hang on to the ball. I mean, Xavier McKinney had 2 very, I'm not going to say easy, but makeable plays on the ball. Second one in particular, that's a play he usually makes in his sleep. Got to catch the ball, man. And then earlier in the game, they had a chance on defense to, make a statement, make a play. Carrington Valentine, not once, but twice with opportunities to blow up the wide receiver and or maybe pick it off. Pick 6 in the house. Would have been great. But both times it seems like he hedged and didn't know whether to go for a big tackle or try to make a play on the ball. But yeah, the whole game swings on the love throw to Watson that ends up being intercepted. And from that moment on, felt like everything was kind of working against the green and gold. I will say a few kind of bright spots here. Josh Jacobs, I thought, ran his ass off, played a hell of a game on a limited snap count. They were obviously trying to limit his reps, but what he did with what he got was pretty fantastic. Both the big run for the touchdown and then, my God, the reception on the touchdown catch, just a phenomenal play from a guy who's been a Broncos killer all of his career when he was with the Raiders. Continued with a lot of that today. And then also, I know it got rough there at the end for the offensive line in particular, but I thought Darian Kennard coming in for Zach Tom initially thought he held up pretty damn well when the Broncos couldn't just pin their ears back as they could later in the game, much like we talk about with the Packers being able to pin their ears back when getting up multiple scores. You saw how things just fell apart once that happened. But until that, when the Packers were still somewhat imbalanced, though, God forbid we commit to a ground game, I thought Kennard held up well, about as well as could be expected against the best defensive front in their house, coming in cold off the bench. Just wanted to give him a shout out because I thought he battled. And again, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't perfect, but he battled his ass off. And finally, before I get to your questions, comments, and I know we have a bunch, I want to give Bill a shout out. Patreon member who I ran into literally on the train on our way to the CHTV meetup here in New York back in the day, about a month ago, I want to say. He said, next time you want to do a big pull on stream, because either you're happy or sad, whatever, I got something for you. And Bill brought this on the train and gave it to me. So, Bill, I just want to say thanks, brother. Because tonight, for the first time, God knows, I need it. All right. That'll do. That'll get me going. All right. What do we got, people? Yeah. Good. B. Marsh, what's up? Can we go back to up 23-14 with the ball and hit reset? You'd like to, but that ain't the way it works. But yep, that was the moment. That's where it all swung, right? If you were watching on Watch Party, you heard me say, all right, we got total control, possess the ball, get the 7-minute drive. Let's completely take control of this game. Instead, LaFleur dials up a deep shot. Love takes it. And I don't know if you heard Love post-game, but he was talking about how he couldn't step into the throw. Certainly, things are breaking down in the middle there. The read, he likes the read. Okay. Takes the shot. Watson's got him beat, but it's a bit underthrown. Surtain makes a great play, as he should. He's one of the best corners in the game. And everything swings right there. You hate it. You just hate it. Joe, what's up, man? Most funerals are more fun than the third quarter. Yeah. Pretty somber affair. I would agree. Michael, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Devastating game that I'm still processing. I feel for Parsons and Tom. This is still a good young team. Let's make the playoffs, make some noise, 2023 style, and build on that experience. I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree in kind of theory, but in practice, man, I got to tell you, I'm 100% just beat the Bears right now. And I'm not saying that makes the season okay. I'm not saying that is the season, but that's the next game, right? They're back in first place now. Let's beat the Bears. That's all I'm thinking about right now. But yes, I would love the Packers to get in the playoffs and make some noise, go on a run, surprise some people. All about that life. But right now, just beat the Bears. Kyle, what's going on, man? Why can't we have anything nice, Snags? Gary, LVN, and the cornerbacks are going to have to step it up. No excuses. Go, Pack, go. Dude. Gary, LVN. Yeah, no doubt. I thought Gary actually kind of showed some stuff tonight. It was nice to see him running around and making plays, stopping things, etc. LVN got a couple plays in there. I saw him active at least, right? Welcome back, LVN. The cornerbacks. Look, I understand that you don't have like first rounders across the board, but can we at least battle? Can we at least make a play? Can we at least hold on to the ball when it's thrown to us? I mean, that was an embarrassing display from the Packers cornerback group tonight. And you can extend it to the safety group with Xavier McKinney dropping a couple interceptions. This secondary likes to talk the talk, man. You got to walk it, dude. You're going to talk as much shit as you do. Better show up for work. And they didn't today. Sorry, guys, but, you flap your gums and you talk all this shit and you say you won't give a shit about what anybody else says. Well, guess what everyone's saying today? You got your ass beat repeatedly. Come back next week. Take it out on the Bears. Hovizak, what's up, man? I like this team with their backs against the wall. Let's go. Go, Pack, go. Come on, Hovizak. There you go. Yeah, you're not lying, man. I do like with the back against the wall. Everyone's counting us out. It's what I said at the start. Man, some of the greatest moments of my life as a Packers fan have come in moments where everyone counted the Green Bay Packers out. It's over. Shut it down. Season's done. Great. You can go be over there. I'm going to sit here and watch it play out. And if it works and if something happens and the Packers pull it off, I'm going to be extremely excited and happy and have a phenomenal memory to look back on. It's just how I fan. However you fan, that's up to you. Austin. Oh, Micah is in a better place now. Thank you, Romeo Dobbs. That's good stuff. Adam, what's going on, man? What did we do to deserve this? You invested your heart and soul into the Green Bay Packers. Welcome. Look, this is not new. This is not something that you should be unaware was a possibility, right? It sucks, man. I'm not trying to dismiss it. I'm not trying to diminish it. I know it really sucks, but it's part of the price of admission. You come into the dance knowing that they may play a song you hate. I certainly hated the tune today. I'll give you that. Can't wait to find out what they're playing next week, though. I understand I'm old and I've seen a lot more football than maybe some of the younger viewers out there. I'm somewhat calloused. Don't get me wrong, though. I am hurting right now. It fucking sucks. Everything that transpired today is the worst as a Packers fan, right? Someone who has invested as much as I have emotionally into this team. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's going to ruin my mood for the week. Everyone who has to deal with me on a regular basis can attest to that fact. But all of that said, it's always a possibility, and you got to know that at any moment that, whatever the narrative is can switch like that. That's why you got to cherish when you have the great moments like we had last week beating the Bears. That's why you got to marinate in it. That's why you got to relish it, because everything can switch on a dime, which it did today for the Packers. No question about it. FMCH, what's up, man? Had this game won, then we decided hero ball was the way to go. This is not the way. Yeah, I said it, man, earlier, and I said it on Watch Party. They had total control of that game. Not a huge fan of the shot play call. Not a fan of Jordan going for it there, but, look, you live by it, you die by it. Packers definitely died by it today. Jesse, thanks for the super chat. My heart hurts. Well, you know what? That means you care. Look, if you didn't care, it wouldn't hurt, but you care, so it does. I can't make it much more simple than that. That's the truth, right? I'm right there with you, brother. I'm hurting right now. Very much hurting. But give it about 24 hours. I'll be ready to go kick the Bears' ass. Let's go. Moon glue. Any 44-year-old edge rushers available? I mean, who knows? I don't know, man. Let's ask Clay Matthews what he's doing. I don't think he's not even close to 40, but I mean, he's been out of the game. It's Clay. Maybe he can suit up. Situational pass rusher. Let's go. I'll tell you what. Forget old guys. Let's get Colin Oliver going. Come on, he's got a window of availability here. They could still activate him in this next week. I am, of course, completely joking. I don't expect any of these guys attempting to come back to be put up. Simitovich, what's up, man? Thank you for the therapy chat. Feel pretty down. I feel you, brother. Like I said earlier, I'm right there with you, man. It's not like I don't feel down. I feel pretty fucking down. Trust me. But that said, it gives the Packers an opportunity. I know it feels incongruous to put it that way, but it does. Everyone's going to talk about how the Packers season is over. I guarantee you that. Hell, my whole fucking Twitter feed is this Packers season is over. Right now, I understand that sentiment. There is so much season left. 3 full games, and then hopefully playoffs where they could shock the world. Am I expecting that? No, but that's what makes it amazing if it happens. I hear you, man. I hear you. Just go beat the Bears. That's what it's all about. Badger Trio, how are you, man? You feel for Micah and Watson as people, as a person, as a people. Yeah, dude, big time. Absolutely big time. I mean, Watson, god damn, man, this kid, he just can't catch a break at all. You hate it. You absolutely hate it. And Micah having a phenomenal season, clearly showing week after week, down after down, really. He's worth everything the Packers gave up to get him. You hate it. You absolutely hate it. But look, just means he gets to be the 2026 comeback player of the year. How about that? Daniel, how are you, man? It's simply time for some guys to mature. Everything's still in front of us. This is still a good football team. It's there and we can do it. Go Pack. Dude, I could not agree more. Could not agree more. How about that catch from Golden today? You know he wasn't a major part of the game plan. Let's get him going. Insert him not necessarily into the Watson role, but into the offense as a major contributor. Let's get the run game going. Let's get Josh going. Like, there's still a lot in front of this team, no doubt about it. And you flip it over because you're talking about young guys maturing. Lucas Van Ness, your time is now, man. You lost a pass rusher. No one is saying Lucas Van Ness is going to come in and do what Micah Parsons did. Let's get that clear. But he can contribute. He can become a factor, hopefully, along with Rashawn Gary. You saw a little hint of Halfley dialing some pressure up after Parsons went down, McDuffie with that big play, et cetera. There's still opportunity there. But it is going to take some of these young guys maturing, stepping up, becoming, a little bit more consistent. Lots of development and or hopefully maturity coming to fruition here. Dom Vito, what's going on, man? Doomers will be out in full force, but this team has more than a chance. Micah's injury is gutting, though. You ain't lying, but you're right. Yeah, they have a chance. Hell yes, they have a chance. I mean, yeah, the Parsons injury is a major, major blow on the defensive side of the ball. No question about it. I feel like they can cobble together some offense. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, on defense, Halfley is going to have to change some approach. No question. Soder. I just joked about this. Hey, we might get to see rookie speed rusher Colin Oliver now. I'm not holding my breath in any way, shape, or form. Amy, how are you? I appreciate your optimism. It always helps, but I want to sulk right now. I'm sick and need time. Thank you, Nags, for always comforting us by being the voice of reason. I'd have rather lost by 50. I mean, if you're talking about I'd rather lose this game by 50 than have all these injuries, Amy, right there with you. But injuries are part of the game. They just are. The injury rate in the NFL is 100%. Everyone's banged up. It's just about the severity, right? No one, and as Matt always says, and he said it again tonight, no one's going to feel sorry for us. No one's going to feel sorry for the Packers. Hell no. It's got to go up. Next guy up. Matt come up with a plan. Let's go beat the Bears. That's what it's all about. Joe, what's up, man? If Watson is out, Matthew Golden's apprenticeship needs to be over. He needs to be a bigger part of the offense. He showed some signs today. Couldn't agree more, man. Deep in cut for a big gain for a first down. Then later, that deep shot up the right side. Phenomenal catch, by the way. Yeah, no question about it. He will, I suspect, become a much bigger part of the offense, along with Jaden Reed, who still seemed to be on a bit of a pitch count tonight. Got to think his role expands. Yeah, no doubt about it. That has to happen. Peter, thanks for the super chat. Do you think Watson is out for the season? You never want to guess with injuries. They have the information. We do not. Matt indicated he doesn't know for sure. I'll just say this. I'll be surprised if he plays again this season. That's just guesswork on my part, but I don't feel great about it. Again, that's just me guessing. I know they called it a chest injury. I know he's went to the hospital. I don't know if he's staying overnight, but yeah, with 3 games left, maybe he's back for the playoffs. Maybe. That would be, again, just guesswork on my part. Keith, what's up, man? The deep shot to Watson felt forced. Offense was doing well in the first half. Why they need to manufacture stuff right out of the gate in the second half? I don't know, man. Couldn't agree more. I watched the LaFleur presser and I was waiting for someone to ask this question. I don't remember it being asked, but I may have missed it. But yeah, man, I hate it. I literally said on Watch Party, okay, we got the lead, we got control. Let's possess the ball. Nice 7-minute drive to put this thing away, which it would have done. You just possessed the ball, dink and dunk, which they did early in the game. That's the other part. They clearly had a plan for the short game. Like, just control the football, march it down the field, score a touchdown. It's over. But the need for a kill shot, once again, raises its ugly head. Tom Vito, what's up? The post halftime kill shots have to stop. Yeah. I mean, the beatings will continue until morale improves. That's where we're at. Big Al, what's going on, man? Rough second half for the Packers. With injuries to Watson and Parsons, I feel like our season hinges on next man up mentality from now on. Yeah, big time. And look, it's not one for one for either of those guys. Ain't no one coming in and doing what Watson does. Even Matthew Golden, who I know, first round pick, lots of speed, real promising. He is not Watson. He's not going to be, but he can be a factor on the offensive side. On defense, Halfley has to change essentially his whole MO, his whole operation. I mean, look, let's put it this way. You know how you've heard so much about Jeff Halfley and possibly becoming a head coach somewhere? His head coach candidacy has been trumpeted multiple times throughout the course of the season. I'll tell you what, these next 3 weeks, if he puts together a defense that is able to limit and or win football games and make offenses look pedestrian while doing so, yeah, he's probably going to be a head coach. Because he has a tall task ahead of him. This is a team that has been completely built around the fact that they have Micah Parsons. They have that very unique chess piece. That piece is gone now. It's like losing your queen when you're playing chess. Now you've got to manufacture some stuff. Let's see if he can do it. I feel like he can. He did it last year when they got down the stretch, and it was very clear they couldn't get home with 4. Did a lot of stuff with smoke and mirrors, did a lot of simulated pressures, things like that. This is the time, man. Starting Saturday night in Chicago. Soder, what's going on, man? The thing that sucks is the Broncos had not stopped the Packers up to the pick. The intermediate passing game was dicing the Broncos D up. Why? I'm right there with you, brother. I don't know how many times I got to keep agreeing with everyone, and I know all these chats come in and I get to them in my time, but I'm right there with you. I couldn't agree more. It blows me away. I know you saw the graphic that was like field goal, touchdown, touchdown, interception. Yeah, up until that play, Packers have moved the ball all day. I agree. Krista, thanks for the super chat. I don't have enough Xanax for this one. Yeah, well, I don't have enough of this. We'll just keep on our own. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pour this out into a glass. How about that? Come on, Krista, join me. You got your Xanax, right? Come on now. Salud. I feel you, Krista. Clawmaster, good handle. What's up? What are the things that needs to be worked on? What are the things that can be done now? What we got at the moment. R.I.P. Micah. All right. He's still with us. I know. Hopefully that's a play on Romeo Dobbs talking Tucker Kraft. But, I mean, what are the questions here? What are the things that need to be worked on? Not taking kill shots. Let's just possess the football because you got a really good offense. Also, I do want to say this. I'm glad you asked, Clawmaster, because here's something I saw. I haven't seen it on this chat in particular, although maybe once or twice, but I definitely saw it on the Packers chat on their YouTube channel where like people were, they always chime in before Matt or Jordan get up to speak. I saw multiple people like, oh, this game, the season's over. Oh, Jordan was trash. I mean, Jordan was trash once the game got out of hand. Yes, he threw the pick. No doubt a very unfortunate moment. But Jordan didn't drop multiple interceptions. Jordan doesn't block anybody up front. Jordan didn't drop passes that became interceptions. Like, yo, I get it's frustrating, but Jordan was not trash today. I get he had a terrible quarterback rating. I understand it, but they were completely in this game and in control of this game in large part because Jordan was as good as he was. Like, yo, people need to dial it back on the Jordan hate after this game. I get it. Biggest play of the game is his interception. I understand it. Man, he was not trash. That's ridiculous. That just shows some like low level nonsense of your view of football. I love that. I'm surprised this took so long. Jay Praster, sorry. Hey, Nags, how does this affect the LaFleur and Goot contract situation / year in review under policy? I don't think it affects it at all. I think it's a bad game, no doubt about it. But as I said after the Eagles game where everyone was talking about LaFleur getting fired, and funnily enough, I haven't been asked about that since the Eagles game. Funny how that works. The policy is not going to make any decisions about any of this after a bad game. He's not making those decisions after a good game. You know, now maybe you're asking about because of the fact that they lost so many key players, does that maybe buy LaFleur and Goody some grace? Which, okay, maybe. I doubt it. I just think, policy is not going to make any of these decisions about anything until the season is done and dusted, right? However it plays out. If they don't make the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, if they go on a deep run, if they're one and done, like all of that will play out, and then policy will take a kind of overview and a breath and take a look at the totality of everything. But I suspect he'll probably sign both of them to extensions. Be my guess. I mean, LaFleur's been cooking for a month now. He had some questionable moments today, no doubt about it, but every coach does. I mean, look, no one's no one that matters, i.e. policy, is taking temperature week in and week out. They've played a lot of football, got 3 games to go. They're still in a great position. Could still win the division, even with all these guys out. I suspect they both get extensions, would be my guess. And that's all it is guesswork. But, but let's let these games happen first. Steve-O, what's going on, man? Great pull, Nag. Jealous. Beat the Bears. I don't know. It actually felt a little weak, but I appreciate you, man. Oh, here we go. Quinn's lighten it up. Matt LaFleur's stupid second half play call on the Watson injury and D always being idiots with personal fouls is getting old. I'm pissed. Whew, a lot to unpack here. All right. Okay, first of all, yes, not a fan of the shot play, but Love doesn't have to automatically take the shot. Now, they've got one-on-one, but he's got to understand that it's Surtain, the greatest man cover guy in the NFL. And as he himself, Jordan Love, said in the postgame, I can't step into the throw. So you got to have a sense as a quarterback, like if my protection's perfect and I can step into the throw, maybe I got a shot. But if there's any question, just hit your check down, hit the flat, hit the crosser, hit anything else other than throwing it up for Jesus. The quarterback is a component here. And I just love everyone saying like those play calls awful. It's like the play call has an option for a deep shot. Matt LaFleur's not sitting in the, radio to his helmet saying, take this shot no matter what. That is not how it works. You know what I mean? What's the other thing here? The D always being idiots with personal fouls. Okay. All right. Let's be clear here. This crew was, as advertised, very partial to the home team. Coming into this game, you may or may not be aware, this crew has called twice as many penalties against the visitors as they have the home team throughout the season. And that kind of played out today. They literally had a defender push Jordan Love's head into the ground after a play and didn't get flagged. Javon Bullard with a scrum throws a dude down. Oh my God, did he play football? And gets a flag. You know what I mean? Like, I understand your frustration, but it's real hard. It's real hard for me to get too upset about it. Now, it was multiplied by the fact that they had finally, for the first time in over 300 snaps, true story, gotten a holding call on Micah Parsons and gotten into 1st and 20, right? So you finally get them behind the sticks, and then Bullard's penalty happens. So I get it. That, like, magnifies, it's like a 2x, etc., of the result of the penalty. It sucks, no question. But man, Javon Bullard, this ain't fucking tiddlywinks. This ain't, the ice capades. Like, he's playing ball. He's throwing the guy down. I got nope. I have, like, I can't get mad at Bullard for that one. I can't. It's ticky-tack nonsense. I'm more upset at Bullard for the touchdown when he's in coverage on the crosser. But that's another story. Hovazak, what's up, man? Also looking forward to Carry the G Radio this week. Oh, dude, I can't wait. My boy Billy Armin, it's going to be a hoot. Look, if there's somebody in this universe who understands and is on my level when it comes to, like, the view of the Packers, it's Bill Schmid. Bill's the man. And Armin, I love Armin. He is very much a dyed-in-the-wool, like, never say die, positive. It's all going to work out. I love this team fan, which God bless him. Armin's the man. Valzot, what's up? Activate Collins, Cox, more snaps for Sorrell. What's crazy is that Sorrell, was inactive today. Got to think the rookie's going to see some time. And here's what's encouraging. Sorrell's been good. In very limited action, he's been good. Nobody's saying he's Micah Parsons. Let's get it clear. But you got some ammo there. Definitely got some ammo. No doubt about it. As far as Collins and Brenton Cox Jr., I'd be surprised if Collins gets activated. Maybe, but I'd be surprised. Brenton Cox feels like a 50-50. We'll see. Andrew Ware, what's going on, brother? Dropped INTs. Parsons out for the season. Love had a bad game. Tom and Watson and Williams, fuck. Tonight I'm depressed. Tomorrow I'm on to Chicago, but right now it sucks. But a lot of season left. Completely reasonable, Andrew. I'm proud of you, buddy. That's perfect place to be. You are in a very healthy spot tonight at 8. What is it? 9:04. 9:04. You're good, man. I feel you. Fausty, how are you? Well, it was a team effort, and I guess it took every player working together to lose this one. Doug Remmer, basketball. Why you come up here? Why you got to come up here quoting basketball? Come on now. The Packers are so much better than that. Let's go. FMCH, what's up? Nags, did we quit when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no. We ain't quitting either. Germans? Forget it. He's rolling. Quality shout out right there. Mike Witt, how are you, brother? Hopefully number 1 has an ACL recovery like number 9 and not like Bakhtiari. I'm just so numb right now. So devastated for one. Yeah, or Brandon Ayuk. Like any of these, you never know how it's going to go, right? But I'm with you 100%. Hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. But it does definitely suck at the moment. MA, what's up, brother? Come on now. Sucks, but we the 7th seed. 2010 prophecy is on. Look at this. Look at this positivity. Look at this power of positive thinking right here. Come on now. Come on, MAD does things. What a handle. Come on now. Nicholas, how are you, brother? This is the time for 10 to prove he can carry us. He's going to have to. Now, look, they still got Josh Jacobs. I understand Jacobs was limited today, but look at the damage he did. That's almost the best Jacobs has looked in the open field in like 3 months. And that's while he's dealing with an injury? Hot damn, man. Come on. And the reception. Can we just pause? There's the TikTok sound, like a little commotion for the dress. Can we get a little commotion for Josh Jacobs' reception for a touchdown? Holy shit, what a play. Like, I get everything's horrible right now. And we're all like despondent and depressed and whatever. But God damn, Josh Jacobs is a Green Bay Packer. And I am so happy that is a fact. because what a fucking play. Both of his touchdowns were incredible plays. How about a couple of those next week in Chicago? Why not? I'm down with it, baby. Let's go. Nicholas, what's going on, man? I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna sip some THC. Worst loss to AFC team ever. Ever? Ever? You're saying ever? Like in the 100+ year history of the Green Bay Packers ever? Come on, man. I feel like Roger in Mad Men. Like after that dude from England gets his foot kind of cut and like basically torn off by the lawnmower, and they're all like commiserating afterwards, and Roger comes in and goes, don't trust me. Somewhere in this business, this has happened before. This is what I feel like. Like, as bad as it feels, like worst ever, trust me, somewhere in the history of the Green Bay Packers, this has happened before. And probably worse. E4, what's going on, man? I am sad. Lots of ifs. If Love could have followed through, etc. Just the Bears. I know what looks good in orange. Nobody and nothing. Correct. And how funny, how great, how hilarious will it be when the Packers do go into Soldier Field on a short week, completely like, I want to say underhanded, but that's not short-handed, and beat the Bears. You know, Bears fans are going to be talking all week. We beat the Browns 31 whatever, and you guys lost to the Browns. You were the number 9 and the number 7 seed, and blah blah blah. They're gonna say this shit all week. All week. Just let them live, because this is their Super Bowl. This Saturday night, that's their Super Bowl. Don't get it twisted. So just let them talk. But how beautiful will it be when the Packers go into Soldier Field and win without Christian Watson, without Micah Parsons, without Zach Tom, maybe without Evan Williams? Like, they're going to be completely understaffed, so to speak, in this game. And they're still going to win. It's going to be hilarious, man. I can't wait. Mike Witt, thanks again. Was it just me, or was Denver jawing after every single play? It was getting really annoying. They were, but so were the Packers pretty much every game this year. Like, look, I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of just do your job, go back to the huddle. But look, these guys get paid. They're risking their long-term health for my enjoyment. So if that's what gets them going, that's fine. But to your specific point here, like, yeah, they probably were, and I do not doubt for a moment. And you heard it already from a couple of the quotes coming out of the Broncos locker room tonight. The disrespect card was played hard in Denver this week because Vegas had them as underdogs. And guess what? The Packers were in total control of that game and ready to throttle it down until Jordan Love throws that pick. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, maybe Vegas was onto something until the Packers shot themselves in the foot, right? But yeah, Denver was going to jaw. You knew that. You knew Sean Payton spent the whole week talking about how no one believes in you. The national media doesn't respect you. Vegas made you underdogs. So they're going to talk. And that's fine. Now they get to talk because they won the game. But hopefully, Packers see them in the Super Bowl and kick their ass. That's what I'm talking about. Abdul, what's up, man? Hey, Aaron, is first seed out of reach now? No, absolutely not. Now, is it unlikely? Yeah, pretty unlikely, but not out of reach. Soder, what's up, man? The Parsons injury is so damn big, but it is the combo of Parsons and Wyatt that is absolutely devastating. You know what? I got to admit, the Wyatt thing is certainly unfortunate, but I don't think it's Parsons and Wyatt that is devastating. I think it's Parsons and Watson going down in the same game. That, you know, your most dynamic player on both sides of the ball. You got to learn a new way of working real quick. Both Matt and Jeff. That to me that's an issue, right? But yes, Wyatt going down, no doubt. It sucks. But man, you still, you had a couple, you know, Riley was in there intermittently today. Mohana still hasn't been active. Hopefully those guys can come along. Keep playing a couple of those other guys, young guys up front. I thought you saw Wooden plenty of times flashing today. You certainly saw, you know, the play of Lucas Van Ness. You hopefully, maybe get him going a little bit. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But still a lot of ball game there. And I think Halfley can find a way of working. E4, what's up, man? Once again, YouTube won't let me use the word beat, as in beat the Bears. What the flying fuck? Well, E4, I would suggest that maybe stop trying to use it. I understand it's ridiculous and frustrating, but yeah, it feels like a user error at this point. Justin, what's up, man? Even after today's many significant injuries around the league, Goodell will still look you right in the face and say 18 games isn't a bad idea. Oh, Justin, I said this on the watch party. That's a foregone conclusion. It's coming because the revenue pie only grows. Guys make more money. Yeah, look. We all know they don't give a shit about the quality of football. They don't care about who gets injured. They want us watching. It's a television show. We're all watching. That's it. End of story. So yeah, it sucks. I understand, but nobody's under any illusions here. Evan, thank you for this update. Watson traveling back with the team per the Packers. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Certainly was worried that he was going to be there overnight, which never, portends good things. So appreciate that update. Thank you so much. Packers fan 67, what's up? Time for some players to put their big pants on and go beat the Bears. Go Pack, go. See? Yes, that's it. Correct. 1,000,000,000% correct. Man, look, there are a lot of dudes hurt. I get it. There are a lot of guys ready to take some fucking hold of their opportunity. Let's go. That's it. That's where your head should be as a Packers fan right now. You got the youngest team in the league. You got a bunch of guys who have played a little bit. Now they're ready to play a whole lot. Let's go fucking kill the Bears. What better Christmas present could you ask for? That's what I'm all about right now. Thank you. Packers fan 67. You're a real one. Mike Witt, what's going on, man? They better draft corners next year. Our current crop of corners are just not good enough, in my opinion. They certainly got exposed today. There's zero doubt about that. I still think you can win with each and every one of them, but not when each and every one of them plays the way they played today at the same time. That has to change, no doubt. Soder, what's up, man? We are now back to needing the quarterback to be all world every week to win. I believe Love can do it. See, yeah, I feel you, man. I understand what you're saying. I still think Josh Jacobs is better than you're giving him credit for and more important than maybe you're giving him credit for. I do think we'll see LaFleur craft a game plan that is somewhat Josh Jacobs centric this week in particular. But I hear you. Don't begrudge it. Oh, David. Oh, we got a couple of these. Watson's father on Twitter says his son is good. And then Don Vito saying Watson's dad tweeted he's fine. Let's hope. I mean, there are grades on the word fine, right? Like, okay, I'm praying. I'm hoping. I'm not a praying man. But if you're up there and you can hear me, give me the wonderful life moment here. Come on now. I love it. Let's go. Mimsy, what's up? Not real, but sure seemed, not real sure maybe, but sure seemed Watson shot was a domino. Yes, 1,000,000,000%. The entire game swung on that play. The entire kind of, I would say I've said it about plays before, like the Packers getting the muffed punt against the Vikings to set up that touchdown when they started running away with it against Minnesota in Lambeau. That was the fulcrum of that game. That play where Watson gets hurt, the interception, that was the fulcrum of this game. No question about it. Mike Witt, what's up, man? Hopefully I'm wrong, but was last year a fluke regarding X? Seems like he's really taken a step back this year. See, no, I don't know. Like, yeah, sure, he dropped a couple balls today. No question about it, and it's frustrating as hell. But they also haven't had he has not had many opportunities this year because teams are staying away from him. You know what I mean? Like, even today, he's in position to make those plays. Like, I get it, he didn't come down with him, but he's in position. it's hard for me to say, "Oh, yeah, last year was a fluke." Like, I'd slow your roll on that one just a little bit. Nick, what's up, man? Can we please stop killing the deep shot? If he hits it, everyone calls Matt LaFleur a genius. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, okay, no one's calling Matt LaFleur a genius if they hit a deep shot. Stop. For being aggressive and going for the jugular. Go Pack, go for life. Nick, I hear you, man. I understand it, but you've got control of the game. And yeah, it's exciting. No doubt about it. It's exciting if you hit that deep shot. No doubt. Doesn't change everything about the context of the play and the results and even everything that happened before it. None of that context changes. I get it. I understand somewhat results driven because of everything that happened afterwards, but it's not like a bunch of us weren't saying, hey, good time to take control of the game prior to that deep shot, especially since it keeps happening and it keeps hurting them. Like, didn't bite them last week, it bit them today. Look, at some point, I understand you are who you are, and that is their MO. And Matt LaFleur, and Jordan Love both love it, right? They're addicted to it almost, right? And that's your team. I root for my team. If that's their MO and that's their play style, let's go, boys. Dial it up, right? You aren't immune from being second guessed once that costs you a game, which it certainly did today. No doubt. Grant, what's up, man? I'd be interested to see Coop try a Parsons role and how much worse could Bullard be at cornerback one. Oh, dude, no, Colt, no. That's Grant. I appreciate the support, but that's a terrible idea on Bullard. Terrible idea. As far as Cooper, he's not going to play edge. He's not going to be playing the run as a defensive end in Halfley's scheme, but the idea of getting him after the quarterback a little bit more is certainly the type of thing that Halfley's going to be looking at this week and going forward because of the Parsons injury. Again, I don't suspect he'll play a ton of edge or if any edge, but yeah, get him out of the call a few more blitzes for him. And that's the other thing. Look, this is Halfley going into his library of play calls, and he's going right to the pressure section. He's going like clearing out the cobwebs, Indiana Jones style, and there's this tomb of pressure packages and pressure calls that he's like getting the cobwebs off of, and he's picking it up, and he's going back to his office, and he's opening it up, and he's like sim pressures, cap blitzes, middle linebacker blitzes. Like, he's dusting all of that off right now as we speak because he has to. Because this is not a team that can get home with 4 without Micah Parsons. Rob, what's up, man? Is there a chance that Jerry is going to win the trade? My life. No, absolutely not. No one's looking at Micah Parsons having a career year and then getting hurt and saying, oh, well, Jerry won the trade because he got a defensive tackle and a couple first-round picks that are both going to be late first-rounders, by the way. Yeah, no. Micah Parsons is a complete generational difference maker. Packers won the trade. Abdul, what's up, man? Give it to me straight. Did our Super Bowl odds get smaller? Yes. Sorry to break it to you, brother, but yes. Look, I know I'm Mr. Rah-Rah and they can do anything, and I still believe, all of which is true. But yeah, dude, yes. 1,000,000,000% yes. The Micah Parsons injury alone, okay, let's say it this way. Okay, you remember in Empire Strikes Back, and I know all I got is Star Wars, so bear with me. Remember in Empire Strikes Back where they're flying through the asteroid field, and it's 3PO says the 320 to 1, and Han Solo says, never tell me the odds. All right. The Packers were there with the Parsons injury alone. Now you add Christian Watson, Zach Tom, Evan Williams, although it sounds like maybe they'll get Evan back at some point. Like, you put all those together, it's worse than the asteroid field. Let's put it that way. That said, Never tell me the odds. Come on now. Hovo, what's up, man? Thanks for the voice of for being the voice of reason, Nags. Go Pack, go. You see, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't consider myself the voice of reason. It's just having seen all this shit so many times. It's like, man, you just don't know. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is the likelihood the Packers season's like done and dusted and they're going to suck and they're going to lose the next 3 games? Maybe. Could they win the next 3 games, get the first seed, have a week off, get healthy, and dominate somebody at Lambeau, dominate somebody else again, and be in the Super Bowl? Sure. That could happen too. I don't know. Anyone telling you for certain that they know is safe to ignore about anything football. That's it. So I thank you. Again, thank you. I don't consider myself a voice of reason. I just know that I don't know. That's all. Joseph, what's up, man? A lot of season left. Still control their destiny. Go, Pack, go. Look at you. Come on. We're here. We're here. That's what I like to hear. Come on now. Devin, what's up, man? Huge game next week. Parsons news is killer. Yeah. I mean, that's the headline tonight. That's what sucks, right? Okay, and as I'm just responding, I just saw, as I'm scrolling through so many comments from so many different platforms. Thank you all so much. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. But I just saw someone say something about firing the strength and conditioning coordinator. Are we back to that now? Come on. Be better. Come on, people. Well, we got Abdul. What's going on, man? Sorry if I missed it, but was Tom's season ending? There is no update there. Holding out hope. That's where I'm at. Crossing my fingers. That's where I'm going to bed with my fingers and toes crossed. Mike Witt, what's up, man? 63 has been a liability in pass protection the last month. Why not give Morgan a shot at left tackle? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. This team that completely loves to jumble up the offensive line any opportunity they get. I think, Stenovich, Butkus, probably LaFleur, they like a guy who's been in it, got tons of banked reps, knows, everything they're doing on offense, etc., like the back of his hand, which at this point Walker does. But yeah, man, I'm not adverse to that idea, but I doubt they go that route. Dan, what's up, man? I yelled at the dog, not my wife. Progress? Definite progress. No question about it. Christopher says, this team isn't going anywhere with no pass rush. No kidding, man. That's why they have to gin it up. They have to dust off that pass rush package I was just talking about. Look, they're not going to win with 4. No one's under any illusions about that. Hafley's got his work cut out for him. Absolutely. No question about it. Okay, folks, I got to get going. Cannot thank you enough for hanging out after a devastating day in Denver. Lot of season left, people. All that matters right now is recollecting, recalibrating, and beating the Bears. That's the next team on the schedule. Thank God, because God knows the Bears fans are going to be insufferable this week. Just keep it all in. Scroll past it and get ready for Saturday night. I, for one, cannot wait. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate everybody who comments. I'm sorry I can't get to all of them. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. We'll see what the next 24 hours gives us as far as injury information, because God knows there's a lot to sort through after this fucking game. But really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Keep your head up. A lot of game left, a lot of season left, a lot of ball game left. Go Pack, go.